This video is for multipotentialite neurodivergents who struggle with consistency. So we live in a neurotypical society and there's a bunch of conventional wisdoms about how to be successful in our careers or our business. And that is niching down, that's picking one thing and focusing on it. Specialization, being an expert. One of the things they talk about is the key is to consistency. Now what I wanted to explain to you is that this is all bullshit for multipotentialites, that we have to do the opposite. But let me explain first of all with consistency. So they're saying the key to success is consistency. Now this is kind of true, but what we have to understand is that there's more than one kind of consistency. There's neurotypical consistency, which is showing up every day, posting out content, churning out content. If you've been on TikTok, you'll have seen all the videos, put out 2-3 videos a day, blah, blah, blah. Now that is churning out quantity. For multipotentialites, our consistency is about putting out quality, but that means we can't show up every single day. So we might create something amazing and then we might go away for a period of time and then we'll create something else amazing and then we'll go for a period of time and so on and so on, okay? So really what we're talking about here is the difference between neurotypical consistency and multipotentialite consistency is quantity versus quality. And nobody really talks about these kind of things. So I want to highlight this for you so you can stop comparing yourself next to neurotypicals. Now, this whole quantity versus quality thing has been going about for centuries. If we were to look at some slow as fuck consistent multipotentialites over the course of history, we will see these geniuses that have changed the shape of culture or the world or whatever, but it's taken them a long time to do it, okay? So Lord of the Rings took 12 years to write, but obviously changed the face of fantasy novels and of course in the end movies. Radiology, Marie Curie took 7 years to come up with the idea to be able to harness radiology to help cure cancer. Leonardo da Vinci took 14 years to paint the Mona Lisa. The theory of evolution took 27 years. Charles Darwin did finish it earlier, but because the world was so religious at the time, that having something so controversial was obviously a scary thing to put out. But of course, he obviously did it. And then Maya Angelou took 41 years to publish her first book. So look, these are people that are geniuses, but very slow at what they did, and that is because they're creating quality and not quantity. Now, clearly technology has sped up things, but if we were to look at the patterns of successful multipotentialites in a modern contemporary era, we will notice similar patterns. Quentin Tarantino, 10 movies in 32 years. This is George Martin. He wrote the Game of Thrones books, so 5 books in 20 years. This is Sia. You might not know her, but you'll definitely know some of her songs because she's written hits for multiple different artists. She's a genius pop writer. Perhaps one of our best of her generation. However, she's also highly inconsistent. And of course, everyone knows Kanye, right? These people are brilliant, but traditionally inconsistent if we're looking through the lens of consistency from the neurotypical society. Now, these are people that are globally famous. This is also true of creators. This is James Jani. He's got 1.93 million subscribers, but has only posted 26 videos in 4 years. However, despite that, the channel views is over 71 million. Now, he posts videos in the business entrepreneur space. That's a very high, or the highest CPM. So he's getting an estimated ad revenue of about 852K, something along those lines. That's a complete guesstimate. I have no idea, obviously. Perhaps it's, but anyway, he's looking at something between 150 to 200K per annum for posting on average just over 6 videos, right? That is incredible return, and that's because he's focusing on his strengths of creating quality and not quantity. If you've ever seen his videos, they're almost kind of documentary Netflix style quality in terms of the storytelling, the editing, etc., etc. So yeah, there you go. Focus on your strengths, people. Stop comparing yourself next to neurotypicals who can just churn out quantity when your strength is quality. And the reason I say this is there's 2 kinds of creators in the world. There's chefs and there's cooks. Cooks are people that basically follow other people's recipes. They follow other people's playbooks. They can take somebody else's strategy and follow it step by step. And these are neurotypicals. They can copy other people's work. They can copy other people's ideas. They can have maybe one idea and repeatedly say the same thing 100 different times, where we can't do that. We are chefs. We blend our multiple different ingredients together to create taste sensations. And that's because we've got multiple different skills, passions, interests. And it's variation of blending these together to create our signature dishes. And that is what we are doing. We're innovators. We are people that get lots of dopamine from originality, from solving problems in really, really unique unique ways, or creating new taste sensations in our creativity or whatever. And that's because we got pattern recognition skills. We can see how we can connect the dots between disparate ideas, skill sets, passions, interests together. And then we can hyper-focus. But we can only do that for short periods of time, which is why we are multipotentialite consistent. We create quality as opposed to, quantity. And we're hypersensitivity, so we're emotionally dysregulated. We're deeply emotional people, which means our emotional dysregulations, again, prevents us from being consistent and putting out quantity. But what it does mean is that we can take that emotions and we can deeply resonate with our audience, and we can create content, as you can see, that deeply resonates and has an impact over a period of time, as you can see here with all these creators. So let's look at this here. How can we increase our creative energy so that we can be more consistent as multipotentialites and not neurotypicals? Okay, let's look at creative energy audits. This is something that I do personally. What I do is I have 3 different buckets. I have green, I have amber, and I have red. Green, what is green? Well, I make a list of things that light me up. Okay, so for example, that's my writing, that's making these YouTube videos, that's doing one-to-one sessions. And now why do they light me up? Well, it's because I'm in flow state. I'm in flow state right now. I'm getting energy. I'm being energized by creating this video. Make a list of all those things. Now, these things may change over a course of time, but it's really important to do these things and do these things as much as possible. We've only got a finite amount of energy. So to be successful, we have to focus on the things, the 20% of things that gives 80% of our results. Excuse me. That is things that actually make a difference. So that for me is the writing, it's the coming up with ideas, it's the one-to-ones, it's making these YouTube videos. Then you make a list of things that are kind of like meh, they're amber. They don't, they're things that need to be done. They're admin, they're my VAT returns, I'm posting videos, they're meetings, stuff like that. They're essential things that I need to do in order to support my flow state. And then there's a list of things that just drain my energy. Now, this could be people. This could be interactions with negative people, like energy vampires. This could be, for me, often it's Instagram. I really struggle with Instagram. Social media, whatever that might be, and that is minimizing these things or cutting them out altogether, and that gives you more energy to be able to focus on the things that actually move the needle. So really the key to having energy audits is focusing on and removing the energy drains and recalibrating towards things that actually light you up, so that you can be more successful, you can be more multipotentialite, consistent, so you can create work that actually has an impact and make a fucking difference. So yeah, I hope this helps. Peace out. See you next one.